What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva in knowledge, Lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Cafe de Paris. Well, I'm always going to serve you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. Want to give a big ups to all of my subscribers, known as my Mocha Sippers. Appreciate y'all for still supporting me throughout this movement. Even after being in this game, I would say going on possibly 4 years, I really want to give a big ups to each and every one of y'all for still supporting me, still being a part of my movement, and still, stopping by, showing love to my platform and my channel. Again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Those of you who have recently subscribed, I welcome you to the family. This is your first time ever hearing any of my content. Please make sure you subscribe. You like, you share, you subscribe. Believe me, every little bit helps us content creators. We cannot do it by ourselves. So any little bit of help is better than no help at all. So if you cannot donate, at least share the video, and I will gladly appreciate that. Those of you who haven't been getting notifications, please make sure when you hit that bell, it's set for all instead of I forgot what the other options are. I think it's all, and then it's private, and then it's something else. But make sure the notification bell, no, personalized, yeah. Make sure it's not on personalized, and make sure it's for all, or else you will not be getting any of my notifications. Because I know that some of y'all been saying you haven't been getting notified of my uploads. So make sure you do that. So with no further ado, I want to get in today's menu on today's recipe. I want to talk about YouTube beefs revamped. I discussed this before a couple of months back, but every once in a while I feel like certain contents, after doing more research, it needs to be re-updated. I need to re-update you and give you more information or share with you a different perspective on my intake as far as the YouTube beefs that are transpiring amongst black content creators in the black YouTube sector. And there's many reasons for that. Now, I've been peeping back from the bushes. I've been peeping in the clouds, as many would say. I'm one content creator. You're rarely going to hear about me getting involved in, any beefs or, any type of messy, chaotic situations with other content creators. Because for one way I avoid that is that I keep my platform small. Sometimes the smaller the platform, the less drama you have. And a lot of people, or a lot of content creators are actually aiming, they're actually, their goal is to expand and make their platform and their channel bigger. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think none of us should want to remain stationary. You should want to grow. You should want your platform to expand. You should want to gain more subscribers, more viewers. That way, that makes your brand look good. The more subscribers you have, the more views you're getting. Of course, it results to you getting more donations. It results to you getting more sponsors. So it's a lot of perks that come along with becoming a popular content creator. But at the same time, there's also a lot of drama that comes with being a content creator. And one of the things that I have learned is that the bigger the platform, the bigger the target. In other words, the bigger you become in a YouTube game, that is the more chances of you increasing, more enemies that's going to try to target your platform. Let's face it, everybody does not want to see too many people platforms grow. A lot of people don't want to see other people be successful. You have a lot of content creators, they want to be the only ones to win in this game. They don't want to see other content creators flourish or get ahead of them or become just as big as them. Everybody wants to be the man or the woman. Everybody wants to be Nino Brown in the YouTube black sector. Once other content creators start coming up, and start, growing in the game, a lot of these popular or these well-known content creators, they can become intimidated by that. They can become threatened by that. And like any other, situation, when there is competition, and that competition starts to outshine you and your platform and your channel, automatically that person becomes a threat. And a lot of that is going on in the black YouTube sector. There's a lot of content creators, they want to be the only ones on top. So the moment they see other content creators that are slowly climbing the ladder and getting up to where they are, they will try any and everything they can to try to attack these people's platforms. They may send a minions over. They'll flag them down. They'll do all type of things to try to bring down their competition. And we have a lot of that going on in the black YouTube sector. Content creators that are progressing and doing really well and getting a lot of viewers, getting a lot of subscribers. Again, the popular content creators, they cannot handle that. As much as some of them try to pretend like they just know their platform is doing so well, they're not threatened by anybody else, they're not intimidated by any content creators. The truth is, a lot of these, content creators, they can easily become intimidated by other content creators, especially ones who they feel like haven't been in the game that long. Because let's face it, some people just have that natural shine. Some people just have that natural aura where they can get people to just gravitate towards their personality, towards their energy. Some people just have that gift to make people, like lure into them. They just have that type of finesse, really. And these content creators who've been in the game for a long time, who have had to struggle, who have had to overcome a lot of obstacles, who had to constantly reinvent themselves to keep their platforms growing. To see a newcomer coming on who's only been doing it for a couple of months and already they are almost where they are, it can become very intimidating. So this is one of the downfalls of being a successful content creator, is that someone can always take your spot at any given moment. It doesn't matter if you've been running YouTube streets for 10 years, for 15 years. Somebody else can come in who hasn't put in near as much work as you, who don't even know near as much people as you know, and they can come up to where you are, you know what I'm saying, and steal your thunder. It happens. And I noticed at one point in time it used to be just the females that would feel this type of way, but I'm starting to notice a lot of these men, or these male content creators, are starting to become just as petty as the black women they complain about. They will go on their platform and badmouth another man, will talk bad about his platform, will talk bad about the subscribers who support them, all because they don't want anybody else getting some shine. They want to be the only ones to get the shine. Now, again, I expect this from women because we are known to be petty creatures. It is in our nature. It is in our blood for us to be petty creatures. But when I see fully grown black men who claim to be so professional, so successful, so business minded, when I'm lurking on in their chat rooms and I'm listening to them going off about how dare these subscribers, how y'all going over there supporting this dude is fake, this dude is phony, he's copying my style, he's trying to do what I do. All of that is feminine. That's what I call feminine pettiness. When grown men are becoming upset or threatened by other grown men who they feel is doing well or about to reach a certain plateau, to where now this dude is my ops, this is my competition in the YouTube game. A lot of that is going on, and I think it's very discouraging, when you see grown black men talking badly about other grown black men. You can't get upset because somebody else is growing and they're doing just as well as you. You want to be the only Nino Brown. You don't want nobody else coming up to your level. And I will also say this. Another reason that there's been a significant amount of beefs in the black YouTube sector, if you really technically think about it, a lot of these individuals that are beefing with each other, they were all cool with one another at one point. Think about it. We don't have to name any names. We don't have to put nobody out there. We don't have to expose anybody. But everybody, if you really think about it, all of these content creators that are beefing, that are airing each other's dirty laundry, you go to this person platform, they're talking about these people, and you go to their platform, they're talking about this individual. If you think about it, these people that cannot stand each other, they were friends. They were on the same team at one point in time. They did shows together. They did platforms together. They did live streams together. All of these people that cannot stand each other's guts were friends once upon a time. Think about it. Most enemies start from friendships. Okay? That's how it starts. People who you were once cool with, y'all live stream together, all of the things y'all done together. Now y'all had a big old falling out and y'all exposing each other on these different platforms. All of this came from the fact, for one, all of y'all knew each other's personal business. Because that is what happens. This is what happens when you form or develop friendship in the YouTube streets. It's no different from when you make friends with somebody on your job or friends with somebody in your neighborhood. When you become friends, y'all start to build a friendship, and then within the friendship you start bonding. When you bonding comes from when you are sharing your personal business, when you're sharing personal things to each other. That is where you start bonding a friendship. When this person is knowing things that you've gone through personally, and they're sharing with you the things they've gone through personally. This is how friendship starts. The problem is, once you fall out with this person, once you and this individual bump heads, now everything that was personal and dear to you, all of these personal things that y'all shared between each other, that was supposed to be sacred, that was supposed to be private, just between you and that individual, it's no longer private anymore. Now this person is on their platform discussing all of your personal business, discussing your mama, your daddy, your children, and that's a new one there. A lot of people is airing each other's children's business out, and I think children should definitely be not even discussed. Children should not even. I'm thinking. I personally feel like when it comes to children, all bets are off on that. You should not be discussing children at all. I don't care how mad you get. I'm sitting back and peeping from the bushes, and I'm listening to these individuals talk about each other's sons, talk about each other's daughters, discuss their children's criminal records, discuss their children's, mental disabilities and physical disabilities. And I'm like, wow, who does that? We're all adults here. When did it become okay? Is there not any damn code to this YouTube friendship thing? Well, okay, if we fall out, I don't care what we discuss. Children should be off the subject, and spouses should be off the subject. Nobody should be bringing in somebody's husband, somebody's wife, somebody's ex-husband, somebody's ex-wife. Whatever beef y'all got, that's supposed to be just amongst y'all. When you start talking about people's spouses and children, that is a major violation. Especially children. Because they can't defend themselves. You know what I mean? And even if the parent is there to defend the child, the children should still not be discussed. I just think once you involve children, now you really taking it to a higher level of drama when you do that. Because children are sensitive. These children are very vulnerable and weak-minded. They hear another grown man, a grown woman airing their dirty laundry, even though it's because that person is angry with the mother or the father who they're beefing with. These children could kill themselves behind it. These children are very weak-minded these days. They can't handle a whole lot. So you have to be careful how you talk about and how you address other people's children, because if these children find out about it, they can't handle all that cyberbullying. You know, you can cause a parent to lose a child through death when you do stuff like that. Because again, these kids can't handle a lot. These kids are killing themselves or they're killing somebody else. These kids are not built like we was. They can't take a licking and keep on ticking. You know, they can't handle cyberbullying. They're too sensitive. They're too weak-minded. They're too watered down to really be able to endure certain things that we were able to endure when we were younger. These kids ain't built like we were. So you have to be very mindful of that, being a content creator and you beefing with different individuals. You don't have to bring their kids in the chaos between you and that person. Leave it between you and that man or you and that woman. So we have a lot of that going on. Like I stated, these people was friends at one point in time, but it does take a rocket scientist to figure out. Most of the time, any enemy that you have, in most cases, was a friend. Okay? Think about it. Your enemies weren't always just enemies most of the time. Every once in a while, you'll meet somebody who would not like you just because. Okay? But even an enemy who really don't like you, they really are not a threat due to the fact that they don't really know much of anything about you. They don't know your personal life. They just don't like you from a distance. But they don't know nothing personal about you because you haven't bonded with them or built a friendship with them to where they can use anything against you. Now, like I stated, in most cases, the enemy is somebody who was a friend at one point in time who has now become an enemy. Like they say, a friend today could end up being an enemy tomorrow, and that is the God's honest truth. So all of these people that you see beefing on YouTube, they were friends at one point in time. They was kicking at one point in time. Now this is another point I wanted to address with that. The reason why a lot of individuals are beefing with each other in the YouTube streets, for one, you have to realize the means in which you built your friendship upon, the foundation that the friendship or the connection was built upon could affect how your friendship progresses in the long run. Let me give you an example. For instance, and I know a lot of y'all have seen this, a lot of these individuals in the black YouTube sector, most of them in most cases bonded because they shared a common enemy. Okay? It's no different than you have two black females on a job. They both of them don't like another black female. Okay? You can have black female A and black female B. A and B don't like black female C. A had a falling out with C and B had a falling out with C. So A and B discover that they both have a dislike for C. Now they are bonding all because they both have one thing in common, which is that one particular enemy. And when I say I've seen this once, I've seen it 1,000 times. Anytime you build a connection off of the same common enemy, that is one of the worst ways of starting or forming a friendship, is because you both don't like the same people. A lot of these content creators, the way they started off bonding was because both of them had a falling out with another content creator. Ask me if I'm lying. Most of them fell out with the same content creator. So this is how they ended up bonding. Well, I don't roll with content creator blah 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 because when I was on his platform, he allowed his minions to disrespect me and he didn't stop them, he didn't intervene with them, blah blah blah. This other content creator said, you know what, that's what happened to me. When I was on his platform, he did the same thing. He did it to me. He didn't back me up. He didn't defend me. When I came to support him on his live stream after he asked me to come over there and do a show with him, he did not protect me. That's why I don't F with him no more either. Man, I'm telling you, yeah, man. Yeah, that's why I don't bother him. Now, you know, man, I feel you. Yeah, maybe we should get together and we should do a show. Okay, cool then. You know, I'm down if you down, okay? This is how a lot of YouTube beefs begin. Because y'all got together on the wrong terms to begin with. You shouldn't have built no friendship off of the fact that you both didn't like a particular person in the black sector YouTube space. That's the worst way. If you look at it, same thing, it happens all the times with these reality shows. Like Atlanta Housewives and Potomac Housewives. These reality shows, same thing. The females on the show, the cast members, usually end up bonded because both of them that had a falling out with the same female. Now y'all friends all because y'all don't like the same females. But what usually happens? Now y'all don't like each other because the friendship was not genuine to begin with. The connection was not genuine to begin with. Y'all didn't connect because y'all genuinely liked each other. Y'all connected because y'all genuinely hated the same damn individual. Okay? And what tends to happen after y'all been on each other's same cheering team, caping to hate the same person, eventually what starts to happen is one or two things will transpire. Either one person will get tired of the friendship because now y'all have beefed with this common enemy long enough now to the point to where now there's nothing else left to keep the friendship solid, because again y'all didn't connect for the solid reasons to begin with. So while y'all are friends going back and forth and y'all collaborating about hating this person and not liking this person, this and that, this is what ends up happening. Now that y'all done built this bond off of hating a certain content creator, now the enemies that the content creator you connected with, how can I say this? Because I want to make sure it's marinating. Let me just give y'all a scenario so I don't confuse myself and I don't confuse y'all. For instance, let's say we got content creator A and content creator B, and they both are beefing with content creator C, right? So A and B is getting together, doing all these live streams, getting together, doing all these platforms. Both of them are going in on content creator C. Content creator A is spilling all of what they know about content creator C, and content creator B is spilling all of what they know about content creator C. So y'all are enjoying coming together, attacking this person, because now y'all feel even more powerful. It was one thing when you was hating this person by yourself, and it was another thing when this person was just hating the content creator by themselves. But now y'all have joined forces, so now y'all feel even more comfortable with hating this individual, slandering this individual, and dragging this individual. So what tends to happen is all of the people that are caping, all of the subscribers, all of the content creators that are caping for content creator C, once they get the word that it's A and B that got something against C, now here comes D and E, other content creators who are also having hatred towards content creator A and B. So now they building their own hate campaign for content creator A and B, and it goes on. Now you got A and B who been beefing with C. Now they got the beef with C, D, and E, and it continues to go on. In other words, once you build a friendship with these content creators, all because y'all want to join a hate campaign to hate the same individual, now what ends up happening is you create more enemies. All because of you joining a hate campaign with a certain content creator. And that's why it's very important Even if you and a person have the same common enemy, your reasons for beefing with that person may not be the same as theirs. Maybe you fell out with that person because you genuinely care for that person and there was a genuine connection. Now this person that you sided with who hates that content creator like you do, they're probably beefing with them because they use that person. Their same motives are not the same as yours. You beef with them or you fell out with them because y'all really had a friendship, which means y'all probably could have worked it out, which means y'all probably could have found a different way. But see, the person you so badly want somebody to help you, to help side with your hate, that you didn't even get all the facts from that person as to what made them fall out. You were just so glad to recruit another individual to help you hate that person. You didn't even get all the facts. And what ends up happening is sometimes when you get on a hating campaign, y'all going to end up falling out sooner than later. Because again, the friendship, the YouTube connection was not built off of genuine intentions. Now you might find out, even though y'all both have the same common enemy, but this person probably had a falling out with them for reasons way more different than yours, and you probably not gonna find that out until you fall out with them. Like I said, I'm gonna go back to using my scenario: content creator A and content creator B, who both teamed up to do a hate campaign for content creator C. Now A starts to realize that content creator B is full of it. Now that you've been in these people's circle, you starting to see things in a different light. Now it's not even about the common enemy. Especially the thing about it, when you're at a common enemy, this is how you can always get content creators to bump heads when you back up. When you stop going back toe to toe to toe, if content creator C has any sense, they'll gracefully fall back, stop going toe to toe doing live streams because A and B done teamed up, and now you feel like, okay, you got to get more people on your camp, you know, to help you go in on this individual. If you fall back and don't say anything and let them have it, guess what? Eventually, they're going to get bored. They're going to get bored. When content creator C is not feeding in and not entertaining the shenanigans of content creator A and B who's beefing with them, now A and B, they're going to have to find somebody else to target. Because you're not making it interesting, you're not feeding it. Like my mom would always tell me, you know, if you stop feeding something, it won't grow. You don't want it to grow, don't feed it. You don't want A and B to keep building their friendship off the strength of hating you. You can tackle that just by not responding. Because eventually they're going to get bored. They're going to run out of material. So now this is when the real friendship becomes tested. Now this is when they will really get to see each other for who they truly are, because the common enemy was a distraction. And once you move the distraction out of the way, now they're going to see each other for who they truly are. Like for instance, I remember it happened to me in high school. You know, I was friends with a particular young lady, and me and her became friends because we both was beefing with the same chick at the same time. You know, so you know what ended up happening over time. You know, we didn't tend to discuss, we wasn't able to discuss the common enemy as much because the girl just walked away. She stopped dealing with us. She stopped responding. She stopped entertaining us. She was no longer responding to everything we would do together to provoke her. Because like I said, at the time, me and that particular friend, we had a common enemy. And our friendship was built off of the fact that we hated the same person. So she became like the distraction in the friendship. So when she removed herself from the equation, now I started picking up and seeing things about this chick that was becoming annoying, a nuisance to me. And it started making me question our friendship. So, and not to drag it out, long story short, once the marker was removed from the equation, we got to really see each other for who we truly were, and we ended up beefing. We ended up falling out to the point to now, the common enemy wasn't even an issue anymore. We became an issue to each other, and that's really one of the biggest things that's going on in the YouTube streets, which is why a lot of these content creators are falling out. Y'all have gotten with each other for the wrong reasons anyway. Y'all didn't really like each other like that. Y'all just did not like the same person. Now, once that person has moved on with their life, or you see it's making the situation more complicated, now your friendship becomes tested. So that's another element that a lot of people don't look deep into when it comes to building these bonds with these content creators. And that's what I'm careful of. That's why I try not to put myself in a position where I'm beefing with all kind of people, because I don't need people coming together teaming up on me, because I don't get along with person A and I don't get along with person B. So now both of them got a reason to come together on the strength of not liking me. That's why I really don't get myself involved in issues as such. Another thing is that you have to realize, again, with the YouTube, the black sector, the black spaces, these black content creators, another reason that we have so many issues with these YouTube beefs is due to the fact that many of them, like I said, started off solid together. They started off solid together, and what tends to happen is, once you bring certain people into your camp, you're so concerned with getting a big team because you want your team bigger. You want you want your sector to expand. So anybody who's acting like they have any support towards your movement, you are quick to give them a position without really doing your research and making sure that person is not trying to join your movement with a hidden agenda. What tends to happen is that the bigger a content creator becomes, bigger chances of more snakes slithering their way into your movement, into your platform, into your space. What has happened is some of these content creators have become so consumed with numbers and with views, they will allow anybody to have a place in their space. They will give out wrenches to any and everybody who asks for them. They will give links to people and allow them to come on a live stream, allow them to come into their space, give them a voice, and this is how people gain entry. This is how people infiltrate into your space, and then you wonder how the hell things got so out of whack. How did chaos come into your movement? Because you have allowed these panel prostitutes that hop from platform to platform. You have allowed these panel infiltrators, these YouTube leeches to infiltrate your space for personal gain. And some of y'all are so thirsty to have so many people on your platform, you will let anybody in. You don't do no background check. You don't do no research. Anybody that drops you a few little dollars in your super chat, anybody that drops you a little bit of dollars in your cash app, you will give these people a position that they really didn't earn. They only earned it on pretending like they got support and love for your platform when it's really an entrance to help them to be able to get to where they are trying to go. Notice all of these content creators that are huge now, it all started from them starting on another successful content creator's platform. They didn't get big by themselves. A lot of you content creators are so thirsty. And I'm seeing certain ones, they got an open damn door policy. Y'all let anybody come in and get a position. That's like starting a business and you're telling people, okay, I'm hiring. And you just let different people from different walks of life just walk into your establishment and you say, okay, you go ahead and be the dishwasher. You go ahead and you be the DJ. You go ahead and be part of the security team. You go ahead and you be the accountant. You ain't check none of their backgrounds. And you wonder why now your business is going into foreclosure. Now you trying to figure out who the hell set your business on fire. You wouldn't even know who to pinpoint because all of these people who acted like they had love for you just so they can get involved in your movement and earn some shine off of you, you don't even know who to pinpoint. This is the thing about being a large content creator. The bigger the content creator, the bigger the target. You have so many snakes that are going to try to ride off of your success. And you wondering why your videos getting flagged. You wondering why, so many things are going wrong on your platform. A lot of times you thinking it's enemies and you thinking it's your minions or people you fell out with. It's really the same person who you invited into your movement. They sitting right there acting like they caping with you when really they're the ones that's stabbing you right there and you don't even know it. And what tends to happen is these people who you bring into your camp, when they get a sense that you're going to start figuring them out, they branch off and they start their own channel. They start their own movement. Because now they know, okay, you're getting warm to figuring out who isn't really for you. So what they do is they jump ship and start their own platform. And they won't even invite you. Funny how you invited them when they were small and they was nobodies. Nobody even knew their names. But now they done branched off, started their own thing, and they won't even invite you along. They won't even give you no credit. They won't even say, well, you know what, big ups to so-and-so. Had it not been for them, I wouldn't have been the successful content creator. They will walk off from your movement and act like they did it by themselves the whole goddamn time. They won't acknowledge you. They won't give you no props. One thing about me, whoever I started with, I'm going to give them recognition. Like, I have to give big ups to Rollo. Me and him, we don't talk a lot. But I have to give big ups to Rollo because he was one of and still is one of the most solid dudes that rep for me and helped me. He sowed some seeds into my platform when I wasn't when I was really a nobody. He was the first to send me a super chat. He was the first to send me to give me a space in his platform. Invited me over. He didn't care that I was a female. He wasn't no sexist type dude like, oh, I'm not letting no woman come over here and get on my platform. He extended an invitation. And I'll never forget that. And I never forget any of the guys, who have given me a space, because it's a lot of shady ass females out there who got a lot of shady ass content creators out there who don't have real intentions. So when I have a male content creator that invites me to his space, or he's don't mind coming to my space and doing some lives with me, it means a lot, because it lets me know that they know that my intentions are genuine. I'm not trying to earn clout off of them, and vice versa, whatever. You know what I mean? So this is another thing what starts YouTube beefs. Some people forgot where the hell they came from. A lot of these people that are content creators, they were not always content creators. They were regular subscribers. They were people just hanging out in the chats, giving an opinion, and some of them, and this is where you have to be careful as a content creator. Some of these subscribers, you see them beefing with other people in the chat room. You looking at it like this is somebody I can bring on board with me because I need me a guard dog. I need somebody that's going to attack verbally at any black woman or any black man that comes in on here. Some content creators will intentionally choose guard dogs to be on their platform because a lot of them don't have the balls to put people in their place or to put people in line, so they will get a guard dog who they could sick on subscribers or sick on other content creators that don't do what they want them to do on their platform. So you have a lot of that, and you have a lot of subscribers. They don't mind pretending to be your guard dog if that is what it's going to take for you to get comfortable with them and allow them to have a space and a place on your platform. If I got to act like I'm around for you, if I got to act like, I'm going to attack somebody the moment they get out of hand with you, and that makes you comfortable with me to where you will give me a space, I will do that. Again, you have a lot of content creators out here that are again, they got this open door policy. They're letting all kind of people in it, to the fact that when you allow too many people into your platform, it leaves room, it actually expands the chances of corruption. Corruption and destruction could take place in your space. Recently, I saw this particular female content creator, which I'm not going to say her name because I don't want nobody to think I'm hating on her. I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to earn clout by bringing her name up. But she has so many people coming into her space to where two particular guys got disrespectful on her platform. She had to kick them off. This comes from you want so badly to get numbers, you don't care who you let into your space. Same thing with some of these male content creators. You so badly want to get big, you let all kind of women in your space. And these are the same women that will cause destruction to your platform. Because eventually, the more people you bring in, you're not going to be able to pinpoint every little thing. You're not going to be able to predict what can jump off. And it comes to the point too, a lot of, like I said, this open door policy is ruining a lot of content creators' platforms because y'all are not asking questions. Anybody who want to hop on and you throw a link, you'll get them a wrench. You don't care. As long as it's making you look good, you give anybody a position. You don't even know if the people you give them positions is enemies with other people within your camp. And that's how infiltration sneaks in. I always ask people before, if I were to do a live and bring 2-3 people on board, are you enemies with this person? Is there anybody you don't get along with in this space? Because I don't need infiltration. I don't need to put 2 people on my platform who don't like each other. Also, what is your intentions? What is your motives? You give too many people positions and you're not selective and you're lacking discretion. You just want to give a place to anybody who asks. You set your movement up for destruction. A lot of, as I stated before, a lot of these YouTube beefs could be avoided. Another thing is, a big problem is, why are people trying to do platforms and family-oriented channels? Do you not realize when you join forces with people that are related in the black YouTube sector, You setting yourself up for failure. All it takes is for you to fall out with the brother, fall out with the sister, fall out with the wife, fall out with the husband. Me personally, I would never join movements where it's family oriented, where the platform has a husband and a wife, a brother and a sister, cousins, family oriented. You fall out with one, the other going to defend them regardless. And you could be right, but at the end of the day, people going to look out for who they want to look out for. They're going to look out for their family. It don't matter who right or wrong. People going to defend their husband, their wife, their brother, their sister, they son, their daughter. You want to join the movement and it's family oriented? It's ran by family. Fall out with one of them and see what happens. They not going to look at who right or wrong. They're going to say, well, you should have talked to my husband like that. You should have talked to my wife like that. You should talk to my brother, my sister. You fall out with one, you fall out with everybody. All of them going to be getting together, dragging you on their live streams, dragging you on their platforms and their channels. I don't join family-oriented spaces. If I'm going to join the movement, you better believe it's going to have to be a solid one. Not just because they got a lot of numbers, they got a lot of views. They're going to have to actually be kicking some knowledge. And not only that, they got to have respect for one another's differences. As a content creator, a lot of these content creators who create movements, they don't respect people that got a difference in opinion. And I have a problem with that because we all are adults here. Why do I have to agree and see things the way you perceive it in order for you to respect my knowledge? Why do I have to co-sign on everything you say for you to respect my knowledge? I can't be my own woman. I cannot be my own person. I have a difference in opinion. Because I have a difference in opinion, you want to question my loyalty. You want to question that maybe I'm trying to outshine you. I'm trying to outstunt you. No, I'm my own person. Anybody who comes on my platform and don't agree with what I'm saying, I'm going to take that personal. How I'm going to feel some type of way. It's not good to have a yes man. And let me tell you, content creators, something. Just because somebody's always agreeing with you, it does not mean they have your best interests. Believe it or not, the people who are agreeing, those are the ones who have your best interests because they are not afraid to tell you, I don't agree with that. And that's what you need. A yes, 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 yes person. That'll be the main one that'll stab your ass when you least expect it. Because it's going to come a day, they're going to get tired of yesing you. To stay in your good graces. And another thing, being a content creator, a lot of these content creators, they don't have no life outside of YouTube. Which is why they make YouTube their everything. Any grown man or grown woman that can come on YouTube and live stream 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. You don't have a wife. You don't have a husband. So much of live streaming, you got way too much time on your hands to constantly live stream me. I don't live stream a whole lot because I have a real social life. YouTube is not my life. A lot of these content creators, if YouTube was to shut down today, they would be sick to their stomachs. They would want to jump off the bridge and kill themselves. Anytime you have a content creator that could upload something every day, 5, 6 times a day, there's no way you could be happy in your marriage. There's no way you happy in your social life, your business life. YouTube is not that important for a content creator to give it all of its time 24 hours a day. Some people, I won't say their name, some content creators, I can't even lay down without them constantly get notifications. I'm like, damn, you uploading again? You just uploaded 12 o'clock today. You went from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock. From 3 o'clock that afternoon to the 6 that afternoon, the 9 that afternoon. So you have a lot of content creators, they have no real social life. And the bad part is a lot of them, they have more people on YouTube that like them than people in a real social life, because half of these people, if you was to meet them in person, all of these subscribers, if y'all was to meet the content creators y'all so dearly love or support in person, half of y'all wouldn't even like them. Half of y'all wouldn't even be interested in them, because a lot of these individuals, they don't carry the same personality off of YouTube that they carry on YouTube. A lot of them are not these outgoing people that you would think. Some of these people got nasty auras, got a nasty spirit, and unless you are really spiritually inclined, you cannot pick up on that through the computer. You cannot pick up on that behind the keyboard. It takes a really deep spiritually inclined person to be able to discern a content creator that's really lacking in some areas in his or her life. So a lot of people that these subscribers are rocking with or whatever, they wouldn't even like them in real person. That's in real life. That's why a lot of these content creators, they constantly upload. They constantly got to be on YouTube. They have no life outside of it. Half of them, their own goddamn family don't even talk to them or deal with them. A lot of them, they miserable with their wife, miserable with their husband. Why you think they up 3, 4 in the morning, live streaming, talking about something? Me, I'm in bed with my husband. I'm chilling, watching TV. I'm in my own zone. You're not gonna catch me uploading 5, 6 times a day about something. A lot of these content creators got to keep uploading because, for one, a lot of them are miserable with their own social life. So it's easy to get behind the mic with all these special graphics and all this other stuff and keep getting, uploading and doing all of these topics and doing all these contents, because you don't have a real social life outside of that. So your computer, your subscribers are your friends. A lot of these people don't have real friends. A lot of them don't bond with their family. So their life is YouTube. So a lot of it, why you thinking they uploading, a lot of them miserable. The YouTube is all they have to live for. Not only that, a lot of them don't have real jobs. So YouTube is their income. So that's what a lot of them are constantly uploading. I cannot give YouTube my life 3, 4 times a day. I'm sorry, I cannot do it. I got family, I got friends, I got real things outside of YouTube. A lot of these content creators are very lonely. And they know personality wise, a lot of people won't be able to stomach them for too long. That's why some of them, most of their content, they'll be by themselves. Very rarely you'll see them live stream with other people. Very rarely you'll see them go to other people's spaces. A lot of them know they got the kind of personality that sooner than later they're going to rub you the wrong way. A lot of them know that about themselves, which is why they really don't collaborate too much with other content creators, because they know eventually they're going to bump or clash heads. Not only that, a lot of these content creators are so insecure, they don't want to share the spotlight with other content creators. They want all attention to be on them. They don't feel secure enough to collaborate and elaborate with other people and not have to worry about somebody outshining them or being more knowledgeable than them. So they'd rather just have the whole floor. They'd rather have the stage to themselves and things of that nature. So it's a lot of things you have to think about being a content creator, and it's a lot of things you have to think about when it comes to these YouTube beefs. What's causing them? What are these friendships on YouTube being built upon? But anyway, I've talked long enough. I just wanted to give my opinion on what I think about these content creators and these YouTube beefs. Leave y'all comment below. I might schedule this to where I'll be able to speak with y'all while this is going live. It all depends on how much time I got on my hands today. But anyway, leave y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think about these content creators and these YouTube beefs that are occurring within the black YouTube sector. I would really like to get y'all intake on that. Other than that, again, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for supporting my movement. For those of you who don't already know, again, I do own my own cable app. I got over 11,000 channels for my cable app. All you need is an Amazon Fire Stick. I can get you free pay-per-view events. I can get you the whole works. If you're ready to get rid of your current cable provider and your bill is almost over $100, $150, if that's how much you're paying for cable a month, I'm telling you, I can save you some money. All you need is the Amazon stick and the high-speed internet. You get 11,000 channels for only $26 a month. Up to 2 devices, okay? So if you're interested, hit me up. Other than that, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. It is your diva and knowledge, Lady Mocha, represent Mocha's Cafe de Paris. I'm always serving you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. Big ups to my sippers. Love y'all. Take care.